Oh my gosh, you guys, today was too much. I am so excited about this video. Before we get into it though, I did want to let you guys know that this video is for educational entertainment purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance in hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. You guys, oh my gosh, today was so good during trial. Now, I was not planning on putting out a video until Wednesday, but you guys were blowing me up in my DMs over on Instagram saying, we got to know your opinion, you got to know your opinion. And truthfully, if I wait until Wednesday to put out a video, the video is going to be an hour long because so much happened today. So if you guys are not keeping up, today is Monday that I'm filming this, and Amber took the stand again to finish her testimony. Now, I want to say that she started out her testimony with changing things up a little bit. She had to let everybody know that she got the dates wrong. When she was talking about the first altercation between her and Johnny, she said that it actually happened in 2012, not in 2013. So I thought that that was really weird that she started off her day with changing up her time. She must have been concerned that that was going to catch her in something later during cross. But what I found even more concerning about her starting off her testimony like that is that this past week she was not supposed to be discussing the trial with anybody, not even her lawyers. But if you guys watched the trial, and if you didn't, don't worry, I got some good clips for you guys coming up here in this video, then you would know that her whole entire demeanor has changed. The Amber Heard that we saw testify the week before last is totally different than the Amber that we're seeing testify this week, which makes me believe that, in my opinion, she got back home this past week, looked up some stuff online, somebody was telling her something, possibly even got with her lawyers, in my opinion, and came up with a new strategy because her histrionic personality disorder was showing. Now, I do want to say that the histrionic personality, Amber does not represent everybody that has things like BPD and histrionic personality disorder, although that's the first time I've ever heard of that one. But part of what Dr. Curry said made Amber qualify or get diagnosed with histrionic personality disorder is this over the top of everything and exaggerating everything and not taking any accountability, minimizing the things that she did. And that's exactly what we saw the week before last. But this week, she's very well put together. She's trying to keep it together. She's telling her side of the story until cross-examination, you guys. And during cross-examination, I was screaming. It was a wild ride, honey. And they only cross-examined her for like an hour and a half or 2 hours before the day let up. And then they're going to finish on Tuesday, the day that you guys are seeing this. And I just know it's going to be so good. Now, just to skim over some of the things that Amber said in her testimony before Camille, who is Johnny Depp's one of his attorneys, started to do cross-examination. A couple of things that Amber said that I thought was intriguing. One thing is they played a recording of Amber with Johnny Depp after the whole restraining order was filed and everything, and they took this as an opportunity to prepare for cross-examination, in my opinion. Everything that happened this morning, you can tell they were preparing for what was to come, everything we were thinking about. And Amber just talked about the fact that she loved him so much, she wanted to be with him, and that even though he did all these terrible things to her, she just wanted to be with him. It sounded like a bunch of blah, 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 blah. It sounded very rehearsed. It sounded like she planned this, and it sounded like they were setting up for cross-examination. So let's skip past that. I have a bunch of highlights, but I'll get into that maybe later in the week because I really want to get to the things about cross because Whoa. So the first thing that was so good, so Johnny Depp's lawyer gets up there for cross-examination with Amber, and she asks her a question, and Amber's like, I don't recall. And Camille was like, well, let's just see if we can refresh your recollection. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be good. They played the recording where Amber was begging Johnny Depp not to leave her. This one right here.
I don't understand. Is this what you want?
No. Oh, no, a hug will save it all. Everything we just been
I just wanted to touch you.
Really? After all this shit you just said?
I just wanted to give you a hug.
After all this shit you fucking accused me of, you want to touch me?
Please stop me. Please stop.
You're fucking nuts.
Please, I just wanted to hug you and say bye. I wanted to take it back.
And Amber, just as you guys can hear, she makes up some lame excuse, in my personal opinion. Everything in this video is my opinion. I don't want to have to say that a million times. Go do your own research, form your own opinions. I'm not a professional. There, got it all out. But she makes up these lame excuse that you can just, she's trying to keep herself together. Do you guys remember how she acted in the UK trial? I mean, she's a totally different, I swear every time we see Amber, we get a different version of whoever Amber is this time. And it was like, okay, right. And I really liked that Johnny Depp's lawyer asked Amber if she noticed that Johnny Depp was not looking at her. And Amber said yes.
Mr. Depp hasn't looked at you once this entire trial, has he?
Not that I've noticed, no.
You've looked at him, though, many times, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
She noticed that Johnny wasn't looking at her. And I've seen people on the internet say things like, oh, he's not looking at her because he's ashamed and And that's never the way I took it. I know one thing. Whenever I have been in a room with an abuser, I do not want to look at them. I don't want to see them. I don't even want to be in the room with them. They make my skin crawl. Like, ugh. I remember having to go to court with somebody and like I was dreading just being in the same room with this person. It just made me anxious. And when the person got there, I didn't even want to look. My family member had to tell me that they were there and I did not eat. It just made me, oh my gosh, right? And so that's how I saw it from Johnny. But the funny thing is they played a recording and Johnny Depp told Amber, after she told all these lies online about him and filed the restraining and order, all that, he said he never wanted to look at her again.
No, we'll never see each other again. You won't don't take my fucking glasses off. You don't like fucking looking at not my fucking eyes? You will not see my eyes again.
He has been fulfilling his promise in court. Now, of course, Amber tried to switch it around to make it seem without saying, well, what she said was, he can't look at me. He can't look at me, to try to make it seem like the reason why he wasn't looking at her is because he was ashamed. I don't think so. Which even makes me more crazy to know that Amber can just sit up there on the stand and tell these lies. And yes, they are lies, and wait until we get there. Now, Johnny Depp's lawyer starts asking Amber about the allegations of the different times that Amber said that Johnny Depp abused her, okay? There's 2 different times that Amber said that he broke her nose, okay? This lawyer, Johnny Depp's lawyer, asked Amber about these times multiple times and then showed photos of her, and it was so good. Watch this.
You testified about an incident in Russia on or about June 26, 2013. Do you remember that?
Yes, that's correct.
You testified that Mr. Depp, quote, whacked you in the face.
That's correct.
And you went to the bathroom after that, right?
I did.
And then, according to your testimony, when you came out of the bathroom, Jerry Judge, Mr. Depp's security guard, who's passed away, pointed out that your nose was bleeding, right?
He did that in the hallway.
And you said you hadn't known that your nose was bleeding until Jerry Judge pointed it out to you?
Yes, that's correct. I was unaware until he brought it up to me. I didn't see it when I was in the bathroom, but I wasn't looking.
So it's your testimony that you went into the bathroom and didn't look in the mirror, which I assume was in the bathroom, to notice that your nose was bleeding?
That's not why I went into the bathroom. I went into the bathroom crying. I don't even know if I paid attention to the mirror. I certainly didn't enough to notice any blood.
And you didn't take any pictures of your bloody nose either, did you?
I did not.
But pictures were taken of you in Russia, though. Isn't that correct?
Yes, that's correct. We had a dinner.
Ms. Heard, this is a picture of you and Mr. Depp in Russia, correct?
That's correct.
And this is you and Mr. Depp in Russia for the Lone Ranger premiere, correct?
It was a dinner function, I believe, in promotion of the movie. Wasn't the premiere, if I recall.
You don't have any visible injuries to your face, do you?
None that you can see.
This is also a picture from when you were in Russia for the Lone Ranger premiere, right?
That is correct.
And you have no visible injuries to your face, do you?
None that you can see.
Even though Mr. Depp whacked you in the face so hard that your nose bled?
He did.
While wearing chunky big rings, right?
That's correct.
You also testify that Mr. Depp, again, whacked you in the face after the Met Gala in May of 2014, right?
That is correct.
You also attended an event after the Met Gala in May of 2014, didn't you?
That is correct.
That was the next night after the Met Gala.
That is correct.
And there were pictures of you taken at this event.
Yes.
This is a picture of you, Miss Heard,
Yes, it is.
at that event,
Yes, it is.
the night after the Met Gala,
Yes, it is.
the night after Mr. Depp allegedly broke your nose.
I'm not sure if it was broken, for the record, but yeah, you should see what it looked like underneath the makeup.
He whacked you so hard in the face that you thought you had broken your nose.
Exactly.
Right. This is a picture of you, Mr. Depp, and Don Rickles, right?
That is correct.
Now, you guys, listen. I don't know if y'all have ever had a broken nose. I myself have not had a broken nose, but I have seen plenty of people with broken noses before, and I'm sure some of y'all have had them before. It ain't pretty, honey. It ain't pretty, and it is painful. There is no way as sleek, and she's trying to say she covered up her face with makeup. There is no way. Once, definitely not twice. It's just so unbelievable. And I really hope the jury is seeing what we're seeing. Amber talked about in her testimony, and she's talked about it before, that one time Johnny Depp hit her in the mouth, okay? It busted her lip and blood splattered on the wall. Well, Johnny Depp's lawyer pressed her in cross and was like, did you take a picture? And she was like, no, I didn't. Y'all know dang good well she would have taken a picture, y'all. Blood on the wall, and she was out the next day, which she did wear red lipstick, which I find it so funny that every time Amber said that she had a busted lip or whatever, she produces pictures of herself with red lipstick on. Now, to be fair, that could be because she was covering up a busted lip. I just have a hard time believing anything Amber says because she's been caught in so many lies, okay? Now, she will take these lies to the grave, honey, and we're going to get there, okay? Because it's a good one. It ended so good today. But she is one of them people who is just, in my opinion, will lie in your face, straight through her teeth, sleep just fine, not blink. She's probably one of them people, y'all, that can pass a lie detector test. You know how they say some personality traits can pass them? That's what it is with Amber. And let me tell y'all, I am concerned about this jury, which I don't know. Cross is looking real good. I mean, they're destroying her just in this short amount of time in cross-examination. But I am a little concerned because allegedly the jury is not seeing all the things that we're seeing. And every time I hear Amber speak, all I can think about is the recordings that we've heard. Because the Amber that we're seeing on the stand is completely different than the Amber that Johnny Depp was married to, in my opinion. Johnny Depp's lawyers brought up the time that the two were in Tokyo, and she said that Johnny Depp was kneeling on her back and was hurting her all before, this event that they went to. And then they showed photos of Amber in this dress with her back out and there's no marks on her. It's just so convenient that Amber went through all of this stuff, got all of these beatings and all of this stuff, and there's no real photo. Now there's a picture of a bruise, and I found this really interesting, you guys. Amber took a photo of herself with the bruise on her arm. You guys remember this, right? Well, in court during cross, she testified that Johnny Depp had actually struck her many times in the face that night with rings on his hands, okay? And that's another thing that cross-examination really drove home. Johnny Depp always wears real big chunky rings, okay? Like real, punk rock, glamorous all the time. Always has rings on. But when she took this picture right here, she has no marks on her face. But Amber stuck with it and said, yes, she does. You just can't see it. But It's just so convenient that Amber, why, if he beat her in the face with chunky rings on, why would she waste her time taking a picture of a bruise on her arm? You know, there's no telling how she got these bruises. And listen, I also want to say that Amber definitely does not represent real SA and DV and abuse victims and survivors. There are real people that go through these types of things. And just because I believe that Amber is lying about 95% of the stuff she's talking about, and because I do think there's some truth in there, because that's what makes a good manipulator. They take little bits of the truth and they build this ginormous lie around it. So there's just enough truth to keep people believing it. Johnny Depp's lawyers brought up the photo of the picture of the substances on the table. Do you guys remember this picture? We've all seen it, right? Especially if you're over on my Patreon, because we talked about this and showed some joke pictures too. If you guys don't know, my Patreon's linked down below if you want to come over and check us out, whatever. So it was really funny because listen to how Johnny Depp's lawyers approach this.
This is a photograph you took in March of 2013, right?
That is correct.
And this was taken at your apartment in Orange?
Yes,
And this is your breakfast table?
that is correct.
And it's your testimony that Mr. Depp left this breakfast table just the way you took it?
That is correct.
Doesn't really look like anyone's been doing cocaine off that table, does it?
With all due respect, I'm not sure you know how that works.
I'm asking if you do. You've testified you've done cocaine.
I have.
Doesn't really look like Mr. Depp or anyone was doing cocaine off that table, does it?
I beg to differ with you on that. When you snort cocaine, typically it goes into your nose.
And there's
Doesn't stay on the
residue.
table.
There's residue from that cocaine when your lips and nose touch the table, right?
Well, the tampon applicator next to the driver's license that you see is a device that I believe my sister had taught him to use in order to put the cocaine in your nose.
Mr. Depp is a pretty heavy smoker, right?
He is.
And that's a cigarette in the ashtray in the back there? Back right?
Yes, it looks like one of his hand rolls.
There's no other cigarettes in that ashtray, are there?
I see one cigarette.
The one that's not smoked.
That's correct.
There's no ash in that ashtray either, is there?
Not that I can tell in this picture.
It's pretty clean.
In this picture, it looks like it, yes.
And you sent this picture to your friend, Rocky Pennington, as well, didn't you?
I sure did.
So you have a habit of sending stage photographs to your friend Rocky, don't you?
I had a habit of communicating with my best friend about what was going on in my life.
And I never thought about that before, you guys. Like the rolled cigarette, there was no ashes in the little ashtray. And it's so convenient that the box that Amber said Johnny Depp kept his powder in just happened to say property of JD. So it's like, and the ID card was flipped upside down because it definitely looked like a setup. And she took a picture of that setup there and texted it to her friend for documentation. Johnny Depp's lawyers brought up the fact that Amber took that video of Johnny Depp, you know, with the cabinets. We went over that here, that right around the time that his mother had passed away and he was slamming things. And she brought up, like, why would you take a video of that, but you didn't take a video of anything else? You didn't take a picture of your broken nose any of these times. You never went to the doctor for your broken nose. Amber testified that when Johnny Depp SA'd her with that vodka bottle, that she was bleeding from her lady bits, but yet she never went to the doctor. She had Dr. Kipper was there. That was her doctor. He could have checked her out right then and there. There was a nurse there and everything. She never went to the ER. She never told her own doctor, her own nurse, okay? We heard the audios, which I don't think that they're going to get to hear these audios because there's other voices in and it's considered hearsay. But we heard the audios where that next morning in Australia, she was begging for Johnny Depp, crying, afraid that he was going to leave her, saying that she hurt him and she did that to his finger and all of that stuff. But yet now she's in court testifying that he SA'd her with a vodka bottle and did all this stuff. Like, none of it makes any sense, and she's getting caught up in her mess already.
There aren't any medical records reflecting that you sought medical treatment for any of these injuries, are there?
I did not seek medical treatment after Australia, no.
Not for the rape?
No, I did not want to tell anyone.
Not for the cuts?
No.
Not for the injuries to your face?
I didn't need to.
Now, this was the best part, and this is when I was screaming while watching this. Johnny Depp's lawyers ended the day speaking about the donation money. Ooh, it was so good, you guys. It was so good. So we all know that Amber has testified and all of that and said it very publicly that she donated that $7 million to the two charities, right? Watch this.
$7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
ACLU is a human rights organization.
Sorry, ACLU is a prominent organization, nonprofit organization in the United States.
Yeah.
It's called the American Civil Liberties Union, and they work on behalf of marginalized communities on the ground and in legislative reform.
Right.
And
well, more power to you, because that's something that I've never heard
I wanted nothing.
However, we also know, because if you guys have been either watching my videos or the trial, that the representatives said that she did not donate, but I think 1.3 or 1.2 million, and herself didn't even donate half of that. The other, like 500,000 was donated, you know, by Elon Musk in her name, you know, in the benefit of her and all of this other stuff. And so, y'all, she got up there and argued, saying that she did donate it because she made a pledge. Listen to this.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the
Ms. Heard,
settlement, $7
that's
million
not my
to
question.
charity, and I
Heard,
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Heard,
those obligations.
Ms. Heard, that's not my question. Please,
What was
try
your
to answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another.
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
You guys, I was screaming. Are you freaking kidding me? You made a pledge, so you did donate it. That's what I'm saying by this woman will die on the hill she stands on. If she's telling a story, honey, she's going to ride that all the way until the wheels fall off, and she ain't coming off of it. I'm like, are you kidding me? When Johnny Depp's lawyer said, well, 500,000 of it came from Elon Musk, you didn't even donate that out of your divorce money. And she was like, oh, he donated that, but that wasn't to go for the divorce money.
At least $500,000 that was donated to the ACLU in your name wasn't paid by you, right?
I believe Elon made a donation in my honor on one of the years.
Yeah, and it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement, right?
No, nor did it count towards my pledge.
And at least $500,000 that was donated to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles in your name wasn't paid by you either.
Right, those were made at the same time.
And it didn't come out of your $7 million divorce settlement.
Nor did it count to my 3.5 obligation.
Those $500,000 payments came from your new boyfriend, Elon Musk, right?
I I don't know if he was a new boyfriend at the time.
You got him to pay part of what you promised to these two charities, didn't you?
Incorrect.
Because you wanted to keep at least some of the $7 million divorce settlement for yourself, right?
You're very wrong about that. You're very wrong about that.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop you fucking lying.
Girl, yeah, right. Now listen to this. Amber's trying to tell the courts the reason why she hasn't given that money to these foundations yet is because Johnny Depp sued her and she needed the money for legal fees. Now hear me out. She made a statement in 2018, an interview. She's done multiple of them because they read them on the screen, saying that she donated all of the money. All the money was gone. Johnny Depp didn't file his lawsuit against her until 2019. Amber's trying to say that because she pledged the money, that means she donated it. Me and my friends were literally screaming on the phone earlier like, baby, what's that mean? I can pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, but what does that mean? I can pledge right now to my child that I'm going to give him $10 billion, but he can't go to the store and swipe a card, honey, and buy a Ferrari. But my mommy pledged it to me. I did. I gave it to him. It's a pledge. What universe does she think? And this is what's even more crazy to me watching this, is she has probably controlled people like this her whole life, okay? Manipulation, not backing down, this types of, have you, oh man, I'm telling you, I know what it's like. Had to have somebody lie in your face and not back down and tell you they've done something or you've done something that you have not done, and they will say it and stand on it so strong that you start questioning your own self. You're like, doggone, maybe I was born a zebra. You know what? I do really like black and white colors. Maybe I really was born. They will mess you up in the head. And I feel like we're seeing that in real time with Amber. Amber is literally trying to convince the jury, and she keeps looking at the jury. She is trying to sell this story that she donated the whole $7 million that she got from her divorce because she pledged it, although she hasn't given it to him. That's how pledges work. And then she tried to say, that's how it works when you buy a house, right? If I buy a house, I'm making payments on it. I've still owned that house. I bought the house. Not the same, sister. Not the same. Okay. You can't say I paid $1 million for my home, but you're paying $50 a month for the home. You bought the home because you're making payments on it. But Amber's trying to say because she pledged to these people, even though she's got the money. Oh, and that was another thing. They finished giving her the installments. Johnny Depp finished off the $7 million in 2018. She's got all of the money. She's had it for 4 years now. But now she's saying she gave it to him, so she didn't lie because she made the pledge. But also the reason why she hasn't given all the money is because Johnny Depp is suing her in 2019. Y'all, it's crazy. It is so crazy, y'all. It is so juicy and so good. Have y'all heard about it? What do y'all think so far? I had to get this out today because I know tomorrow is going to be wild. So wild. Now, she's been keeping her composure, but I know for a fact that that female lawyer, Camille, gets under her skin so bad, and she's trying to keep it together. Oh, I hope they break her tomorrow. I hope they break her. She's trying to keep it together, you guys. It's going to be good. This is truly the most exciting trial I've ever seen because it's just so wild. But again, the thing that concerns me about this is the jury, and let me tell you guys why. Casey Anthony, and I know I bring this up all the time, but Casey Anthony's situation, if you guys didn't watch the trial, okay, everybody in the world watching the trial knew she was guilty, okay? We could see things that the jury couldn't see because they only allow certain things in. And she got off on it. And the world was infuriated, okay? So I do wonder, I would be fine. I would be completely content, sip, 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 if they don't give either one of them any money. Okay, I'm fine with that because Johnny Depp really just wanted to get his story out and he's done it. But I would not be fine. I would not be fine if Johnny Depp has to pay her any money, okay? Because that's just going to be so messed up. They have both done things wrong, okay? They both have. Johnny Depp ain't no angel. I know some of y'all out there think he's a perfect angel, but he ain't, okay? But I don't think he's the man she's trying to make him out to be. I think she wanted to make him pay, and she wanted to use him to continue to climb to the top. Amber saw stars in her eyes when she saw Johnny Depp, okay? And I don't blame her, honey, because I'd had him in mind too. I'd have been like, hello, okay? However, when she got with him, I think all of her untreated mental illness, and it looks like a lot, baby, a lot of untreated, aside, their age difference has really affected them as well. Okay, now age differences don't always affect couples. My grandmother's 20-something years older than her husband. They've been married 40 years. Okay, that's just what they do. However, Amber still wants to fight. When you hear these messages and these recordings, Amber wants to fight. And Johnny Depp's at that stage in his life where he don't want to fight no more. He's tired. He wants to go in the other room and drink himself a spot of purple and pass out in the chair. And I get that. I guess I'm getting a little bit older too, because I'm the same way. I don't like to fight. I don't want to fight. You want to fight? I'm going to go get me a cheeseburger and go sit on the back porch. I ain't got time for it, okay? But Amber's still at that stage where she has to have a fight. She wants him to fight. So, I don't know, you guys. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you excited for the rest of Cross? There's so much more, you guys. If there's things you want me to touch on in the videos the rest of this week, leave it down below and I'll talk about it. I have so much, but I only got so much time here with you guys. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'll be watching the trial tomorrow like a hawk. I'll be like, okay, what's happening? What's happening? And I'll see you guys back here. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. And thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.